Hello everybody, this is GamerGar. Welcome back to another series of the Stardew Valley challenge run. Can we make 5 million gold in 1 year? Let's find out. So we have finally made it to summer, and we're going to start off by going to the desert and we're going to purchase as much Starfruit as possible. Now the fishing that we have done has paid off significantly. We got 97,000 gold to throw at Sandy. Let's see how much Starfruit we can get with that. One Starfruit seed costs 400 gold. So we managed to get 243 Starfruit seeds, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all, it's a good start. So the goal here is to process all of these Starfruits in kegs to make Starfruit wine. Starfruit wine sells for a hell of a lot more than 400 gold, so you turn a massive profit with each Starfruit that you buy. So we've got a huge hurdle here now at the moment, and it's to have the kegs up and going before we harvest the first set of Starfruits. And in order to get kegs we need resins. In order to get resins we need tappers on oak trees. In order to do that we need those trees out in the desert to grow. Now they are growing at the moment, but they take ages to grow without tree fertilizer. So I need to get my foraging up a few levels before I can learn the recipe for the tree fertilizer. So the trend continues now on day 2. The wife is going to fish, and she's changed her route now from lake fishing to sea fishing, because sea fishing is a bit more profitable in the summer, especially when you get those super cucumbers. Now we're going to buy more Starfruits, so we're going to keep buying the Starfruit until we actually just can't buy it anymore, you know. So for example, after the 15th or the 16th we won't be able to buy it anymore, because it takes 13 days for it to fully grow. But within those first kind of 14-15 days we will buy as much Starfruit as possible, and that's why the wife is still fishing. And I need to make the sprinklers. I need to make as much sprinklers as possible. I also need to make tappers for when the trees grow, so that's also on my bucket list to do. So we have our tasks cut out for us. Every single day is used to maximum effect. So day number 3, I'm smelting copper ores here now at the moment because I need to make tappers. And the wife is back down at the sea here fishing. And what's amazing here is actually, if you really wanted to, you could push and try to get all the fish in the first year, and Willy will actually give you a star drop if you can achieve that. So it's kind of a nice way to get a star drop too, if you're kind of hunting for star drops. So the main thing I need at the moment now is copper ore, iron ore and gold ore. Copper ore for tappers and gold ore for sprinklers. It's nice when you find a room like this filled up with crates. Sometimes you can get some real nice stuff out of it, especially weapons such as the Yeti Tooth or the Steel Falchion. They're great weapons, especially if you're getting ready for a skull cavern run. Any of those weapons will do just fine for you starting out before you get into the galaxy tier of weapons. We will be doing skull cavern runs later on, especially in winter. We do a lot of runs, because we try to sell iridium bars to get more money. This is actually a great spot to fish. It's where the big boulder sticks up out of the ocean, because it's actually deep water there in that section, so you're much more likely to find really good fish in that water. So I went down to the beach today to try to get some forageables, but there wasn't a whole lot of stuff down here, which was unfortunate. So I'll give it a few days. I'll let the beach build itself up before I go back down there again. So we're putting down more sprinklers here now to get those ready for the next batch of Starfruits that we're going to be planting. When the wife harvests the first huge set of Starfruits, it's going to ramp her farmer level right up to 10. So we have a great tactic planned out. The wife is going to take the perk crops grow 10% faster. We're also going to buy an absolute ton of speed grow. This will allow us to purchase even more Starfruits after the 15th to maximise the number of Starfruits that we can actually get in summer, because Starfruit is one of the best profitable crops that you can get in the game. that is how you make the millions in this game, especially in the first year. It's by purchasing crap tons of Starfruit. Even if you went the melon route and you were making melon jellies or something else, it's, you know, they don't come close to the profits you can make with the Starfruits. So it's back down to the mines here now, farming copper. It's nice when you get rooms like this, when you get lots of copper ores in a big cluster. And the wife continues to fish. Now the mining isn't too bad. I mean, sometimes I can mine up diamonds, emeralds, rubies. We sell them all. We don't keep them for the desert trader. We just sell them for extra money because it's just a big priority right now for Starfruits. So it's day 5 now, and the wife is on the beach picking up my forageables for some strange reason. Maybe all that fishing got to her. Now, we do swap tasks eventually, because if you fish every single day, and that's all you do is fish, it does get very tiring. So we do swap roles, you know, just to kind of balance out our skills. So eventually the wife will come down into the caves, she'll start mining up some ores, and I'll start doing a bit more fishing as well. Also, it's worth doing that anyway, because that way you can maximize, you know, more skills on the skill tree, so you can make use of more perks, especially in co-op. So the wife is going to have a shot here at one of the legendary fish, and she was able to catch it, which is great. That is the crimson fish, and that's going to sell for quite a lot of money. So smelting more copper bars here now. Got to put down a scarecrow here because a crow unfortunately nabbed one of our Starfruits. And you might say to yourself, oh well, it's just one, but it's a big deal because that's a Starfruit wine that we're not going to be able to sell. So it's a huge loss. But look, it happens, you know. We always forget about the scarecrows. So it's back out to the desert here now with the wife. More Starfruit seeds with all the money that we have accumulated. And then it's back down to the mines for me to try to get more ores. More copper ores still. Copper is probably one of the most precious resources that is used on this run. It has so many uses that we need it for. There's always a need for copper. But it's great when you get rooms like this, when you get loads of copper ore together. So satisfying to just put a little bomb there and just blow it all up and collect it all in one fell swoop. So the wife now is just prepping the farm for more Starfruits. So that's more seeds planted. So we're doing very well at the moment actually. I'm getting very lucky in the mines with the copper. Very lucky. I never get this lucky actually. There's always a struggle to get copper. So we're selling most of the stuff we get. Now we do hold on to the fruit occasionally because it's really handy for energy, especially if I'm out cutting trees, because that drains the energy very fast. And speaking of the devil, I'm back out cutting trees again, trying to get my foraging up. But it's not all bad because I'm still getting wood out of it. And we're gonna need thousands of wood for the amount of kegs that we're going to be making. We're gonna have a keg farm at the end of this. It's gonna be filled up with kegs, processing crops. So the wife went into the cave today, do a bit of ore farming. She got very lucky. She got lots of copper ore, lots of copper clusters, I like to call them, when loads of ores are together like that. And I'm back at it again now today. I end up chopping down all the trees in Pelican Town. I'm actually surprised, the villagers didn't like beat my door down asking me, what are you doing? There's no trees left. What's wrong with you? Spice berries. So the wife gets some levels up there in mining and combat. And the reason why we switch tasks is because we're going to be doing Skull Cavern runs later on. So it is important that we go in there with a good mining and combat skills so we can actually survive the place, especially combat. Because every time you level up your combat, or most of the time you level up your combat, you get a HP increase. And the enemies in the Skull Cavern do hit you for quite a bit. Speaking of the Skull Cavern, we actually have a Skull Cavern beginner's guide on our channel, so check that out if you are interested in starting Skull Cavern with a significant advantage. We cover all the tips and tricks, and we cover the best ways that you can get down far in the Skull Cavern as quickly as possible. So as you can see here, the trend continues. You know, it's an alternation of fishing, mining, farming, foraging, and you know, it's those 4 activities that makes this run work. And this wasn't a one-shot run, you know, we did a few runs. The very first time we did a co-op challenge, we only made 1 million at the end of year 1. But we learned from our mistakes, and we got better and better every time we did a new challenge run. So when we decided to do this challenge run, we decided to record it and share it for the Stardew community. But even watching how we approach things in this playthrough, I can see little flaws here and there, you know, things we could have done better, things we could have done more efficiently. And even though this challenge run is about making 5 million, I'm very confident now that I could do a challenge run and possibly make 10 million in year 1. Now in order to do something like that, you would need significant luck, especially in spring. Especially in the first few days. And you would basically, instead of buying strawberries, you'd be kind of farming the Skull Cave for iridium bars. Instead of getting a big profit from strawberries, you know, you'd be using your iridium bars to buy Starfruit. Because like 1 iridium bar with the blacksmith perk sells for 1500 gold. You know, and you can smelt a bar in a day. Easy. The only thing about co-op is that when you go into the Skull Cave, even if you eat food to heal or go down a ladder or a hole, time still flows. So you don't get the same amount of time that you would if you went into the Skull Cavern on a solo run. That is one of the main reasons we didn't choose the Skull Cavern route. We chose the strawberries instead. So what I'm doing here is I'm planting summer seeds to try to boost my foraging. And I got the summer seeds by just combining all of the summer forageables together. You need 1 of each summer forageable. And you can make summer seeds if you have the foraging level for it. So we're on day 10 now, and the pressure is mounting, especially for me, because I still haven't learned the tree fertilizer. I've cut down all the trees, I've foraged everything I've come across, and I still haven't reached the level to make those goddamn tree fertilizers. Will I be able to make the kegs on time? We'll find out soon, because I need to have those kegs up and running by the 14th. So as you can see here, we're selling the fish, but we're keeping a few items around that we might be able to use later to process some things. A red plate is really nice, and I mean, I say it all the time, but Gus gives by far the best stuff out of the trash cans. We actually did a trash can playthrough where the wife spent 1 year just opening trash cans and doing absolutely nothing else. And it's actually a very funny video. It's just to showcase how much money you can make in 1 year just from looting trash cans. So you should check out that video if you're interested. It's quite funny. So it's back to fishing. It's back to fishing here again now for the wife. And it's cutting down trees for me. So any trees that pop back up again, they get cut back down straight away. So we're on day 11 now, and I'm literally just running around the map looking for trees to cut down, looking for forageables to pick up while I'm waiting for those seeds on the farm to grow. So it's off to the desert again here now. Okay, we have a couple of trees, but not a whole lot of trees. Not a whole lot. And the reason why there's a few trees is because each tree is different. You know, all trees aren't hard-coded to fully grow in a set amount of time like the crops. They all vary, which is a bit of a pain, because it makes it harder to plan out stuff. But if you coat those trees with tree fertilizer, literally a few days is all it takes for them to fully grow. Tree fertilizer is probably one of the most overpowered items in the game. So I'm putting out some sprinklers here because we've loads of spare sprinklers and I'm just very lazy. You know, I hate water and stuff. So I just surrounded my summer seeds and sprinklers so I wouldn't have to water them. So it's back to the cave here now. More mining. When I get the mushroom floor, it makes my day. Because not only can I sell the mushrooms for great money, but I also get forageable XP. So the wife is fishing in the river today, and the main reason being is that she found some bubbles there, so you know the bite rate is much better. Sometimes I can go into the cave and I can get absolutely nothing. You know, you could go on a bad luck day and the ores just don't spawn. It happens. Today now wasn't so bad. Got a couple of gold ores here and there. I mean, if you think about it, all you need is 5 gold ores to make a gold bar. You know, and that's it then. That's more or less a sprinkler. Because those fire quartz, when you smelt them, give you back 3 refined quartz. So it's great when you get the fire quartzes. So for some reason, some starfruit they grew there, which is a bit weird because we're only on the 12th. I think it's because we put some speed grow down for those ones. So we can't actually process those at the moment because we don't have kegs, because my foraging level isn't high enough yet. And it's not anything to do with lack of trying. Foraging is just an absolute pain in the arse to get up. It's an absolute pain to increase. So take my advice, if you're ever doing a challenge run, do not sell the spring seeds. Plant them, harvest them, make more spring seeds, and keep planting them until you're at the end of spring and you can't plant them anymore. Then you sell them. That's what you do. So we're going to sell the starfruit to Pierre because we're going to buy speed grow instead. So we're going to combine eventually Lisa's level 10 farming perk, which is crops grow 10% faster, with the regular speed grow. That way we can bang out more starfruit in summer. So today was an unlucky day in the cave. Didn't get a whole lot of ores, but got a whole lot of enemies. Sometimes the enemies will drop really nice stuff, you know, other times they just drop nothing. And it's just more fishing again. So as you can see, the fishing is constant. The mining is constant. You have to do it every day, otherwise, you know, you're going to lose out on time. Because if we're not mining, we can't make sprinklers, that means we've got to water crops. That's a loss of time. If you're not fishing, you can't make money, you can't buy more crops, you can't make a profit. So you're losing out on the challenge there. So it's a very intensive run for us, because there's always a quota to meet. There's always, you know, plenty of times we've sat down with a pen and paper and we actually done the maths. you know, we worked out approximately how much kegs we're going to need. We worked out if we'll be able to process the amount of crops we have before the end of year 1. We worked out what we need to be getting by the end of, we'll say, a week, you know. Level 7 combat, I'm getting there. Day 13, and look at the luck. Look at all those ores I got. Fantastic. And there's a little bat there now, he wants to ruin my day. I don't even want to fight the bat, I just want to mine the ores and get out of there to the next floor. And sometimes I do that, sometimes I just let the bats hit me and I just keep mining away and just go to the next floor. I also got really lucky with the forageables today. There was an absolute load of stuff on the beach for me to pick up. Loads of corals there. I think you can make speaker out of those corals actually. So this is just finding a big load of speedgrow. We get loads of it, an absolute mountain of it, and there's a reason why we get a mountain of it. More fishing again here now. The trend continues. We calm down on the fishing a bit when we get into autumn, just so you know. So if you're sick to death of watching the little scenes where the wife is pulling up a fish, that will simmer down. So the day has finally come. Most of the starfruits are ready to be harvested. So the wife will harvest all these because we want to push her farming level up to 10 here now as quickly as possible. This will get her farming level right up to 10. So she can get the perk where crops grow 10% faster, which is an amazing perk, especially for a challenge run like this. When I get farming level 10, I'll choose the artisan goods, then are worth I think 50% more. So I'll be the person that will be selling the wines. I'll be the person that will sell all the artisan goods. The wife will be the person that will be planting all the crops. So it's all about getting the most out of the professions as well. So a couple of trees have grown. I put down a couple of tappers. But you will see significant progress in the next video, because we're ending the video here. Well, we'll be ending the video soon. We get some insane luck in the next video. Absolutely incredible luck. You won't believe the kind of luck we get. So it's back to fishing again now. Back to super cucumbers. It's always nice to get a super cucumber to sell for so much money. It's great. Rainbow shells are apparently rare, but I get them all the time, and we just sell them. We sell them because we get money for them. And there we have it, level 10 farming for the wife. So we're going to go with the crops grow 10% faster, and I'll choose the artisan profession then when I get level 10. So we're going to leave the video there. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll upload the next Stardew Valley video in the next day or so stay tuned for that. And as always, have a great day. Bye now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified for my future videos. And as always, have a great day.